The Arcanum Academy. Part 1. Deep in the heart of an ancient forest, where tall, twisting trees reached up to the sky like giants stretching after a long sleep, there stood a truly wondrous place known as the Arcanum Academy. This grand castle of learning was a school like no other, for within its enchanted walls, young students learned the incredible arts of magic. Nobody could say for sure just how old the Arcanum Academy was. Some of the oldest stories told that it had been built thousands and thousands of years ago by a wise group of sorcerers. These powerful magic wielders realized that the world would always need brave defenders against the forces of darkness and evil that crept through the shadows. So they raised the academy using their mighty spells, creating a safe haven where students could learn to use magic for good. Generation after generation, the Arcanum Academy stood firm, its turrets and towers seeming to scrape the clouds themselves. Students came from all across the lands to study beneath the Archmasters, great masters of magic who guided them on their journeys to become skilled sorcerers and sorceresses. From the white-bearded Archmaster Urich with his expertise in summoning spells, to the mysterious Archmistress Alora who knew all there was to know about scrying and divination, each teacher imparted their own invaluable wisdom. Children of all ages attended classes at the academy, following different paths of learning based on their grade level. For the newest arrivals, those just beginning their magical studies as first-year students, every single day held fresh wonders and experiences unlike anything they could have imagined. This year's class of first years was full of eager young wizards in training who could hardly contain their enthusiasm. While most had only known the peace and safety of their hometowns and villages, they were blissfully unaware of the darkness growing ever stronger in the world beyond the academy's mighty walls. A darkness that they would one day need to stand against. On their first evening at the school, the first years gathered in the great dining hall after a delicious feast. Wide-eyed with excitement, they gazed around at the towering vaulted ceilings enchanted to sparkle like the night sky. Talking portraits covering the walls waved merrily at them, while platters of leftover food refilled themselves magically. "Welcome," called a warm voice, turning every head. There stood Archmaster Azalea, resplendent in deep blue robes decorated with whirling constellations. "I am one of the senior instructors here, and I have the great privilege of ushering you into our world of wonders." With a wave of her hand, Azalea's robes swirled like a midnight storm, swirling and coalescing into a glittering image that hovered above the students' heads. It showed a realistic vision of realms beyond the school grounds, villages and cities under attack by foul, twisted beasts who seemed crafted from pure darkness. The children gasped in horror, until Azalea spoke once more. "Do not fear what you see, for you are in a place of safety and light. But know that there are great evils that seek to disrupt the peace and snuff out all that is good and magical in this world. Their influence spreads like a disease." Her image shifted, showing images of powerful heroes, witches and wizards using incredible magic to shield innocent people and drive back the forces of darkness. The images blazed with energy and light, leaving the first years in awe. For countless years, it has been the sole purpose of this academy to train those blessed with the gift of magic to become the protectors of the realms. As you begin your education, remember, one day it will be your turn to join the ranks of these courageous defenders. The hairs prickled on the back of their necks, though the young students felt a swelling of pride and determination rather than fear. What an incredible responsibility awaited them. But they would be prepared. Within the reassuring stone walls of Arcanum Academy, they would be forged into master sorcerers, learning to harness mystic forces beyond their wildest imaginings. Azalea's vision flickered out, returning her to the smiling woman in the starry robes. "Of course, you have much to learn before you must concern yourselves with such trials and tribulations. The first step begins with turning that boundless potential into true skill. Starting tomorrow, your journeys will begin. Amid a burst of excited chatter and thunderous applause, the first-year students felt their eyes go wide with breathless wonder. This was only the very beginning. The rest of their amazing, magical adventures at Arcanum Academy still lay ahead.